I'll do a quick update, guys. Did a few things today. I've had some surgeries recently, so I haven't been doing much at all. Just got to the garage today, and a few things that I did is basically took the stock cluster out, took it apart, and now I have this guy. I don't know if he'll light up or not. So did that. Come on, hold on a second. Sometimes it kind of acts funny. So put my ultra gauge thing right in the middle. I know you have buttons there in the back for the settings and whatnot. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it like that or just make it, easy access of some sort. But this is what it is. This stupid oil pressure gauge is still on there, temporary. Wideband boost, and this thing has most. I'd like to have at some point maybe have a proper tach. This thing kind of shows slow, I guess. Work speed and speed RPM, but coolant intake, IAT, and ignition advanced timing. Also, another funny thing about, I don't know if I've ever showed the shifter. For the 480, the shifter position, the mounting where you mount the cable, if it's on the bottom, because I know the oldest ones have it on top. If it's on the bottom all the way forward, that's the park, and then all the way to first gear. And I didn't want to, cheap that way. Didn't want to spend any money on the shifter. Probably will eventually, because this thing's working, but not working all that well. So basically, what I did is connect. I tried to do a seesaw sort of a thing there in the bottom, so I could use the proper order, I guess. What I ended up doing, because pivot point is right here on the shifter, and it just goes down. I made a rod go all the way down. So now it's connected, and all the way in park. If I pull it forward, this is the first gear. Drive, neutral, reverse, park. So now instead of, it pulls, it's completely different. So this is the park. And you just do it that way. Another thing also, kind of a security thing, I guess, kind of happened to be, this thing was inside of the stock shifter at first. This does, slides and the reverse and drive and the position switch, and run some wires out of it. So when I was looking for a positive key-on power for the computer, which sits right here, I just looked through some wires right here and key on, key out. Found a wire, all looked good. Wire that looked, everything worked fine. Then I don't know what I was doing with this thing. I just moved it around and put it there. And the next day I come back and I have no power at all. It just wouldn't even, there's no power going to the computer. So what it was is this thing was in the reverse position. So the brake lights were the reverse going back lights are white, and I just happened to be that wire for that position. So if I move this thing this way or this way, it wouldn't do anything. There's nothing at all. So it has to be. Where to go? It has to be in a reverse position right here in order to work, and obviously my lights would always be on, the white ones in the back. See, it would nothing, and then this is nothing, and then it works. So I just took the light bulbs out. So when I'm actually going back, well, this thing doesn't know it anyway, so I don't have the reverse lights on there. Kind of a funny thing happened. If nobody knows about it, you can just switch and keys in the ignition, nobody would be able to start it. Or shift, I guess, that way too. Add some training fluid. Install the seat. Oh yeah. I don't know, I think this is out of a Mitsubishi Evolution car seat. There's a little rip right here. Otherwise it's perfect. Welded the stock, re-welded stock rails and stuff, so it slides back and forth just fine. Did the brake light, the bleeding the brakes, a piece of crap. What happened is the Ford Explorer rear end, and I bought the calipers. When I put them on, I guess I switched them. I put the left one onto the right side. I mean, you can't really, they fit just fine. So what happened is the bleeder screw was below the feed line, so you could never get all the air bubbles out of it. I bled it, I don't know, 5-10 times, and it just wouldn't. The brakes were really soft, and it just stops like crap. So, and that was messing with it. You know, noticed that and did some research, and that's what it was. I just couldn't get the air bubbles out of it, so I switched them around, bled them again, and the brake pedal feels a lot better. What else? The fan is on. Wired the fan. This is the signal wire. My relay. I'm not good with wiring, so you can see this is a bird's nest. Maybe I'll move it, you know, post somewhere else, but just not that good with it. But it works. You know, there's oh yeah, these are my fuses. I just stuck them, you know, took the wires out of a harness I have laying around, just stuck them and taped them. This is a nice rubber mount for the battery. What else? I think I showed this thing before. Very nice. Just drilled the map sensor all the way through and tapped it. And this is for my wastegate. And I think this would be it. I was gonna take it for a drive. There's still a training issue, which I think we now have it figured out. My buddy Matt Happel from Sloppy University professor, he ran into a similar issue with the speeder showing much, you know, speeder's off of the, you know, what the actual speed you're going, which kind of, you know, does some funny things to the PCM, and I think it, you know, it just thinks it's slipping or whatnot, and it just puts it in lift mode. So you only have, you know, 2 gears or so and maximum land pressure. All that good stuff, and I think this is it. This is going to be a kind of a short one. So she runs, the 4.8 is in, and all looks good, and just want to kind of get it done, even though I'm not going to drive it. This is what we have here in Minnesota, and this is the warmest day it's been in a month. It's about 35 degrees now, 37, and it's the warmest day it's been in a month. The road right here by our house never gets, this is the first time I see asphalt. It's always been ice, and with the welded rear, I just, you know, on ice on the driveway, I just couldn't think I could make it out anywhere, really. Those tires are, you know, just the street tires and welded diff, and you know, no power steering. You know, it's kind of hard to turn on a normal dry pavement. I don't think I could make it anywhere on snow or ice. So I just sat there for a while, and I had surgeries, and I am back now. I just want to get it done so it runs and drives. Everything's good, and I can do some burnouts. The training works good. You know, little details. You know, I don't know. I'll just gotta do something with wheels. These are obviously gonna work. Something with the rear. I don't know if I want to widen it, but because it's kind of tight. I think I told this before. It's kind of tight. It rubs a little right here, and I had to hammer and roll lip a little. It's about a ½ an inch there. So I hammered the crap out of this. It fits right here just fine. I think it right here too. I think it rubs just the tight right there. Or most likely what I'll do is I'll just keep this. This is out of a Charger, like a 2008 police Charger. I think I'll just do the proper way and put a kid-size football in the spring to make it a little stiffer so it doesn't roll as much and wouldn't rub. And I think this is it. That's the update.